Krishna, dear devotees, Vaishnavas, Hare Krishna, dear viewers, present viewers, future viewers, Hare Krishna, my and obeisances to everybody. We are fortunate to be in Vrindavan Dham in the winter also. Special flavor of the winter in Vrindavan is everybody gets together, and still we have great souls coming for the Bhagavatam, and at least it's not easy to sleep, when it's cold. Okay. Sharira Vidyajal. Because it's waking up mantra. Mantra for waking up, that's a joke. Hare Krishna. Jai. Samuel, very good, you have a notebook. That's the way to do it. Yeah, we should, if you are sitting every day on the Bhagavatam class, if you're sitting every day, it's wise to take something every time with you, Learn something, take something from that class which will be permanent with you, So it's good to have this devotee there in the yellow dhoti. He has a big notebook. I used to do it every day also. Actually, I still do it often. It's so precious. Even once I was so tired on the Bhagavad, so tired. And I said, my God, how will I be on this class? I took notes to write, And then later I realized I was just writing, My pen was going down because I was so deadly tired, But Krishna appreciates our endeavor. All right. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam Grantaraj ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So this mark here is on verse 49 of the prayers of Vedas personified. Very good. So, let's see. We are on the text number 5 of the, text number 5 of the 88. We need some marks here. Hare Krishna. All right, we have just a small context for those who are not regular, who just joining, whether on YouTube or here. So we have a question by Parikshit, is it? Parikshit Maharaj asks a question. To whom? Shukadeva Goswami, of course. He's asking a question that Lord Shiva is always, meditating. He has nothing, no possessions. But his followers, his worshippers are usually rich. And then Lord Vishnu is full of opulences, but his worshippers are generally poor. What's this, And the answers are quite wide on this topic, but this shloka today will put a lot of light on it. All right. So let's see what this shloka has to say about it. It's Shukadeva Goswami speaking. Harirhi nirguna sakshat. Harirhi nirguna sakshat. Purusha prakrite param. Purusha prakrite param. Sa sarvadrikupadrashta Sa sarvadrikupadrashta Tam bhajan nirguno bhavet Tam bhajan nirguno bhavet. I chant once more. Harirhi nirguna sakshat Purusha prakrite para Sa sarvadrik upadrashta Tam bhajan nirguno bhavet. Hari, the Supreme Lord Hari, He, indeed, nirguna, untouched by the material modes. Sakshat, absolutely. Purusha, the personality of Godhead. Prakrite, to material nature. Paraha, transcendental. Saha, he. Sarva, everything. Drik, seeing. Upadrashta, the witness. Tam, him. Bhajan, by worshipping. Nirguna, free from material modes. Bhavet, one becomes. Lord Hari, however, has no connection with the material modes. Please repeat. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the all-seeing eternal witness, who is transcendental to material nature. One who worships him becomes similarly free from the material modes. So this is the answer. Let's see the purport. Lord Vishnu is situated in his own transcendental position. Lord Vishnu is situated in his own transcendental position beyond the material energy. Beyond. Why, therefore, should his worship bear the fruit of material opulence? The real fruit of worshipping Lord Vishnu is transcendental knowledge. Thus, Lord Vishnu's worshipper gains the eye of transcendental knowledge instead of being blinded by mundane assets. The Lord being the detached witness of the material creation, his devotee also becomes aloof from the interaction of the Lord's inferior energies. Now comes very interesting thing. Srila Sridhara Swami cites the following passage from the Vedic literature. Vastuno guna sambandhe rupa dvayam iheshyate tad dharma ayuga yoga abhyam bimbavat pratibimbavat. Good luck, everybody, now. Says, when the absolute reality associates with the modes of nature. You got this sentence? When the absolute reality associates with the modes of nature, he assumes two different kinds of form in this world, according to whether his spiritual qualities are manifest or not. And thus he acts just like a reflection, and it's further secondary reflection. If you got this, if you're ever clear about all this, please raise your hand. If you understood everything here, of course nobody. Me, neither me. Let's see the next shloka of Sridhar Swami. A lot of Sridhar Swami quotes here in this purport. So it will be more clear now. The modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance, whose individual natures are peaceful, violent, and foolish, are personally regulated by Lord Vishnu, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva, respectively. Okay. So we see, it be more clear on the next one, or less clear, let's see. Nati bedo bhavet bedo guna dharmair ihamsataha sattvasya shantya no jatu vishnor vikshepa mudhate. Lord Vishnu's peaceful mode of goodness does not differ substantially from his original spiritual qualities, although it is only a partial manifestation of them within this world. Thus, Lord Vishnu's mode of goodness is never tainted by agitation, passion, or delusion. The next one, I will read only the translation. You have Sanskrit there. By the modes of passion and ignorance, on the other hand, the original spiritual qualities of Lord Brahma and Lord Rudra are obscured. Thus, these spiritual qualities appear only partially as separated material qualities. Next one. Therefore, focusing one's consciousness upon Lord Vishnu, the embodiment of all goodness, leads one to liberation. Such God consciousness also generates material success as a byproduct, but its proper nature is pure spiritual ecstasy. Don't worry, we'll come back to all this purport and analyze it. It will not remain all mystery. According to their mode of worship, devotees of Brahma, Rudra, and other demigods obtain the limited success of material opulence. Eventually, they may possibly become qualified for full liberation. The same idea is echoed in the following statement of Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.23. Shreyamsi tatra khalu sattva tanor drinam syuhu. Of these three, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva, all human beings can derive ultimate benefit from Vishnu, the form of the quality of goodness. So this Sattva Tanor is Vishnu. Sattva Tanor. Shreyamsi, the ultimate goodness, Tatra, there. Khalu, certainly. Sattva Tanor can be achieved from the Sattva Tanur. So, yesterday, just offer obeisance to Parampara. Okay, let's do together. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sarva Deva Maya Guruhu. If you offer obeisance to Guru, all deities are present there, that's sufficient. If you just offer obeisance to Guru, it's sufficient. We can go on, but Guru will sort everything. Sarva Deva Maya Guruhu. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti-vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. All right. So yesterday Prabhuji was giving class, Bhagavatam class yesterday. He actually, if you studied this 1.2.23, which is mentioned in the end, Bhagavatam 1.2.23, second chapter, text 23, if you read the purport, you will realize that Prabhuji yesterday actually went really much according to that purport. He was explaining us all this purport with examples, with wonderful examples. Actually, he went through all of that. Explaining. And this shloka, properly shloka explains, gives the reason why devotees of Vishnu do not achieve material opulence. but spiritual opulence, spiritual knowledge. Why? Because Hari, we heard in the purport, Nirguna. Nirguna Sakshat, because Hari, Lord Hari is Nirguna. So that means no material qualities. So if you worship somebody with no material qualities, what you will achieve? Material qualities? No. You will achieve spiritual qualities. It's very excellent answer. Clears the doubt. If you worship Nirguna, who is without material qualities, what you will achieve? Also, no material qualities. For us, that means spiritual qualities. This word Nirguna is actually whole Vedic science is very contradictory in itself, and it serves to widen our mind. Because, for example, Hari is Nirguna, but then Sattva Tanur, his Guna avatar. Vishnu is Nirguna, so no material qualities, but then he is Guna avatar. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. These are Guna avatars. These are not Nirguna avatars. This is Guna. And this is what, I'll just put a little hint, we'll not got too much into it, because it's really intricate. You know what Sridhar Swami mentioned here in these shlokas is like Lord Vishnu associates with mode of goodness, but his goodness is not, he's not too far from his own spiritual nature. He's always in the spiritual nature. That's why to make it more clear, when you hear mode of goodness in the Bhagavad-Gita, you will often see it equaled with transcendence, transcendental qualities. Have you noticed that? The demoniac qualities, somebody is reading, right? So demoniac qualities and divine qualities, so they said they are transcendental. How are they transcendental? You know what means transcendental? Means not from the material world. Transcendental is not from the material world. So transcendental qualities are mentioned as a divine qualities, sattva. So sometimes you will see sattva is described as transcendental. So what's the mood of, what is material sattva and what is spiritual sattva? Material sattva always has something to do with material nature, with other two gunas, For example, your body can be in sattva guna, let's say body in sattva guna, I don't know, sattvic, but body itself is tamaguna, products of the ahankara in the mode of ignorance. All elements are products of the ahankara in the mode of ignorance, but then there'll be in rajas, sattva and tamas. So these three are intervened so much. It's not just this is sattva, this is rajas, this is tamas. No, it is all intervened. But when the sattva is pure, not contaminated by other two, this is Lord Vishnu's position. Pure sattva. This purport is very, I have a lot of questions here on this purport. I'll sort it out on my own later. But I want to encourage you to read this purport in your free time and see what you will come up with. And you should come with some questions. You must come, if you read carefully this purport, you must come up with questions, okay? For those who are inquisitive. I will go into the little bit simpler version of all this thing here. So Lord Hari is Nirguna, but he appears as a Guna avatar. But when he appears as a Guna avatar, he is Sattva. He's Sattva. So he's not contaminated by the modes of nature. Never. So when Lord Vishnu is associated with the modes of nature, is not called Vishnu anymore, it's called Shiva. technically, Lord Vishnu is never in contact with material nature. Vilajamanaya yasya statum ikshapate muya. That's it. Vilajamanaya means that the material energy is ashamed. Shy. She's shy. She's shy. Vilajamanaya yasya ikshapate. She's not coming on the path of the eyes. Statum ikshapate muya. She will not stand on the that Vishnu can see. She will go behind. She's shy because she has a task which is ungrateful. She has to keep living entities into the ignorance, forgetfulness. But those who are deluded by her, mama aham iti durdhyam, they are always into me and mine. Their mind is always to me and mine. So Vilajamanaya yasya, she is never seen by Vishnu. Because Vishnu is light and Maya is darkness. So light and darkness cannot go together. Can't go together. So it is said, when we heard yesterday, when Lord Vishnu, Mahavishnu glances, when he glances at Mahatattva, this glance is already Shiva. See? Because it is in contact with material nature. Sada Shiva. It is getting in contact with material nature. That much Lord Vishnu is aloof from matter. Okay? So completely pure. And therefore those who worship him also achieve, we have 2 times Nirguna. Nirguna is Lord Hari, and Tam Bhajan, those who do bhajan unto Lord Hari also become Nirguna. Alright. But, there are many buts, but we'll go to one but here. It will be an interesting one. Says that even if it is Nirguna, I have to find, Amshato bhuti hetuscha. It says, such God consciousness also generates material success. You heard that? Also generates material success as a byproduct, but its proper nature is pure spiritual ecstasy. So even worship of Lord Vishnu will give you material assets. You see here? Material success. It is said here in Bhagavad itself. Amshato bhuti hetuscha. Bhuti means opulence. Material opulence. Hetu. It is the source of material opulence as well, although its primordial nature is tata anandamai. It's just pure bliss, spiritual bliss. So we have these examples. And the material assets which are given by Lord Vishnu are usually not exactly material assets, because the assets of a devotee are also spiritual, isn't it? Why? Because they are used in Krishna's service. So once there was a question to Srila Prabhupada. Actually, no, this is from the purports of Bhagavatam. No question. Srila Prabhupada replied on one question in his purport. And this question is, when something is Maya's arrangement for us and when something is Krishna's arrangement for us, how can we recognize it? Any idea? How can we understand if arrangement which happens to us, either opulence or something, is Krishna's arrangement or Maya's arrangement? Please think. Yes, Prabhuji. Is there a mic? Please run. Can you speak in English? Yeah. Yeah.
He's from your country.
Yeah, he's from Serbia. I just met him this morning. Welcome to Braj. Now, Hare Krishna.
If it's from Krishna, it's probably raise us to Sattva Guna and bring us closer to him. And if it's from Maya, it will probably push us in ignorance.
Oh, see that? See this empowered devotee.
What do you say?
He says, if it is from Krishna, it will lift us up. It will, because it will be goodness. And if it is from Maya, it will degrade us. And this is exactly what Srila Prabhupada answers. He says, how will we recognize if it lifts us up in spiritual, in our Krishna consciousness? That's not Maya's arrangement, it's Krishna's arrangement.
Yoga Maya.
Yoga Maya. Yeah, lifts up. Yeah, exactly, yeah. But if it drags you down, it's Mahamaya. So Srila Prabhupada says, how will we know if something Krishna's arrangement or Maya's arrangement? By the result. Do you recall any example when Lord Vishnu gives an opulence to somebody? Dhruva Maharaj, excellent. Ambarish Maharaj, Sudama, Sudama. So we have examples, a lot of examples. And these devotees, like Dhruva Maharaj, he was worshipping Lord Vasudeva. That was bhakti, sadhana, by Narada Muni, given holy name. And but his desire was material desire. Still he worshipped Vishnu. So here we have example of somebody worshipping Vishnu with material desire, big material desire. But he's worshipping Vishnu with all his heart. And what happens? He doesn't have anything already. He doesn't have anything to lose, Lord Vishnu cannot take away his opulence. He's in the forest, No opulence, nothing. What will Lord Vishnu take from him? He gave him such a huge opulence. He fulfilled his desire. But Dhruva Maharaj, when he saw Lord Vishnu, he felt into trance. When he saw the beauty of Lord Vishnu, he said, Swami, kritartasmi varam nayache. My Lord, I'm completely satisfied. I don't need any blessing. I don't need any boon. I don't want any boon. I'm completely satisfied by seeing you. He got fulfilled. He got nirguna. But Lord Vishnu said, very nice, I'm happy with you. But you will get material opulence. You will get Dhruva Loka. Still there. You can see Dhruva Loka. You see where is north. If you don't know where is north, you just find the Dhruva Loka. You will also, that is north. Now we have too many lights. Nobody sees the stars anymore. But this is how people used to guide themselves. It's fixed. Dhruva. Dhruva also means fixed. So everything is revolving around the Dhruva Loka. Dhruva Loka is always there in the north. Eternal planet. Not destroyed in the time of dissolution. Wow. He got eternal planet. And we can see that from here. See the amazing blessing Dhruva Maharaj got. And then we have Sudama Brahmana. Also very poor Brahmana. And also Krishna gave him a huge opulence. Acharyas explained, because he was too austere, and Lord Krishna wanted him to develop this dimension of service for him in opulence. So this is Lord Vishnu. It's not that Lord Vishnu will always take, no, it's like this because we usually have a lot of unnecessary things, that's why he takes. But when we don't have a lot of unnecessary things, if it will benefit us, he will give us. Lord Vishnu will give. See how much opulence Lord Krishna gave to Srila Prabhupada. So many temples, rich temples, so many books, distributed. So much money coming in, so much. No? Buying big buildings. This is opulence. But all this opulence is used exclusively in Krishna service by Srila Prabhupada. No? That's why Srila Prabhupada could count money in front of a person, big sum of money, count in front of a man, and preach to him in the same time that he should give his money to Krishna. Yeah. You already have so much money, what? You have to give your money to God. Why? Because purity is the force. Purity is the force. No amount of material show can influence as much as purity. No. That's why you have some very simple devotees who nobody hears about them, but around them develops the opulence. Some babas here in Braj, You have devotees who are just, they leave everything. They leave everything. They don't want to hear about anybody and anything. They just want to Radha, Krishna, that's all. And then Krishna arranges that some people approach them and find out about them, and then all of a sudden things start developing around them, And that is Krishna, when Krishna gives you opulence. That's when Krishna is giving opulence. Therefore, he is, as we heard yesterday, a father. He is a perfect father. We can rely our trust completely on Lord Krishna. That means either he will give us or he will take from us, he knows. So that's the best prayer. My Lord, you give me as much as you want or take from me as much as you want. I know it will be best because you are real well-wisher. Sukhrit. Lord Krishna is, Srila Prabhupada says, Sukhrit. He's a real friend, real well-wisher. Not a fake one. Not a flatterer also. He is pure well-wisher. He will do the best for the devotee. So this is just about this Hetu Bhuti, the opulence which Lord Vishnu gives to his devotees. So we see Sudama and we see Dhruva. Dhruva got amazing opulence. And many people who are Vishnu worshippers, rich kings, but Vishnu give them opulence. But if you want opulence separate from devotional service, then that's why they don't go to Vishnu. If you want opulence separate from devotional service, you don't go to Vishnu. That's why you have other demigods. Because if you go to Lord Vishnu and you want opulence separate from him, that's Maya. What means separate from Vishnu? Means Maya. Definition of Maya means separate from Vishnu. Whatever is connected to Vishnu is not Maya anymore. Whatever is connected to Krishna is not Maya anymore. It's connected with the light. It's becoming light as well. So this is the blessing of having Lord Krishna, worship Lord Krishna. You can completely rely on Krishna. Okay. There are many actual things here, but let's see if anybody has some question or comments so far. Yes. Let's see what develops.
So Krishna consciousness is to reawaken our love for Krishna, what we've forgotten. And there's Nitya Siddhas and Nitya Buddhas. It's described that Nitya Siddhas are direct expansions of the Lord. They actually never fall down, and they have a very intimate relationship. But Nitya Buddhas, they've gone, they crossed the line somehow or other, and they have a tendency of falling down and forgetting Krishna. So, but we're also expansions of Krishna as well. It seems like there are two kinds of expansions, either Nitya Siddha or Nitya Buddha. And us Buddhas are struggling to awaken. And when it awakens, are we become Nitya Siddha again? It's a little technical, sorry about that.
It It is. Well, there is Tatashta Shakti, the marginal potency. Marginal potency means it can be either we are, the jiva is what? Is not Purusha. We are not Purusha. We are Prakriti. Prakriti vidhi me param. We are Param Prakriti, but we are Para Prakriti. Para Prakriti means we are transcendental, but we can be influenced by material nature. That's jiva. Those who do not become influenced by material nature, they are Shakti. Shakti don't become influenced by material nature. But jiva is constitutionally subjected to become influenced by material nature. And when jiva gets Krishna, prema, then no more falling down. It's not possible. Then it's same as Nityasiddha. And it's Nityam. When jiva gets Krishna prema, you can't fall down anymore. You fell in love with Krishna. Your consciousness is completely with Krishna. It's not possible anymore. And Lord Chaitanya came to distribute this Krishna prema all around. And we can be so happy, and we are usually also glorifying and happy, and we also can cry as well that I'm so far from Krishna prema. Krishna prema, He's giving it easily, but for us, for some of us, it doesn't seem to be attained so easily. But it's only, if you're just thinking about what is this Krishna prema, it's such a huge gift. So one life, Rukmini, she was prepared to do austerities and penances to get Krishna as her husband. Not the whole life, no, but for many lives, eternally. Life after life, after life, after life, after life. I want Krishna as husband. If I don't get him in this life, next life I will do again. All life I will do austerities. Not again, next life I will do all life. This is the determination of how to get Krishna. So we have, Srila Prabhupada used to say, finish it up in one life. He was therefore all this movement is designed in such a way, that all is surcharged with Krishna consciousness, so that we do it in one life. That we do it. This is Srila Prabhupada's mood. And he used to say also, if you go in you hunting, then go hunt a rhinoceros, because it's very difficult, So if Srila Prabhupada is pushing us and encouraging us, go do it in one life, do it, then we will go for it. If you don't make it, at least the next life you will definitely do. This is the mood, and we have promise of Srila Prabhupada, and we witnessed, a number of Srila Prabhupada's disciples who served him faithfully for one period of time, with whole heart. But after, Maya took them over. And what happened? In the end of their life, Srila Prabhupada came back. Srila Prabhupada came to take him. So that means that Srila Prabhupada doesn't forget a small service which is done to him. So this is the reality which we witnessed, some devotees, some of the. So that, of course, there can be, you can always think, okay, then I will also just do, I will do for 1 year, I will completely surrender and I will do my thing, You can make some math, but this math, okay, you can try it, good luck, I don't encourage, but generally devotees here in Raj not to do that, of course, it's just theoretically, Theoretically, it can happen easily, don't worry, Maya is so strong. We are so weak. If you are conscious that you are so weak, you are blessed. Because then we will always take shelter of the devotees of Krishna. And you think, I'm good, I'm strong. That's a very precarious condition. Yeah, please, you had more.
On the morning walk, Srila Prabhupada was speaking about the book publication. Rameshwar was there and Radha Ballava, and many devotees. And he said he wanted all his Chaitanya Charitamrita printed in 2 months. And Rameshwar said, impossible. So Prabhupada stopped, put his cane down. He said, impossible is in the fool's dictionary. And so basically, Prabhupada shook everybody up in such a way, and they coordinated and organized all the press, the artists, everybody in Los Angeles. And by Prabhupada's mercy, they accomplished it. So he said, impossible is in a fool's dictionary. So it could be possible we can all go back home to Godhead, right?
Exactly. Wonderful. And this example is perfect, actually, perfect illustration. Because these devotees, do you think they were chanting their 16 rounds? Ask them. Were they eating, sleeping? Ask them. They were not getting out of their room. They were sleeping under the table and wake up and work again, painting. It was it was not a marathon, it was a sprint. It was a sprint, Amazing, 2 months like this. And they did the impossible. They really did by the mercy. And what Srila Prabhupada said in the end? All of you who did this are going back to Godhead in the end of this life. So Srila Prabhupada, so Srila Prabhupada said, you are going back to Godhead in the end of this life. That's it. Finished. Bhakata seva paramasidhi premalati karamula. The service of Shuddha Bhakta, the service to pure devotee, is the Paramasiddhi. The supreme perfection achieved just by that is the real example of the mercy. Yeah. What we should be doing. That's the real, and that's why Srila Prabhupada, it can be done like this. But we can't do it unless Guru Maharaj gives us, this service. That's why, like when you're brahmachari, you have a lot of freedom if you're not very tight with your spiritual schedule or your guru's orders, or you can be quite. But if you're a family man, you can't. If you have children that are coming out, so many friends I have children and everything. And what's then? Then you do things. You do austerities which you would never do, even in your wildest dreams. And in this way you advance. You're getting rid of your selfishness. So this is how it is. That's why Grihastha life is yagya. It's yagya. It's a big sacrifice. And brahmachari life is as well yagya. But in the family life you can't avoid it. It will come onto you. As a brahmachari you can, That's why it's good to be very connected much with authority who is guiding you and giving you directions and missions and services to this, and you say, okay, we'll do.
And chastisements.
Chastisements, yeah. And also prizes. Prize and chastise all goes in the packet. Once, I'll give you one example how you can do something which you generally never do. It was it was the year 1993. That's in the Rijeka. I was 16, 17. We were distributing one.
Your father was here?
No, he came in 94 January here. He was at the time still in.
I remember.
Thank you. We were in the town, and we had one magazine. We had few magazines which are really good. One was Veda, one was called Veda, and one was called Atma. So we're distributing these magazines, and on the bus, you go on the bus, and then before the bus goes, and I would distribute maybe 6, 7, altogether. And my friend Gokula Chandra Prabhu, who is now in Salem, leading the Selam temple in South India. He used to do 11, 12. I have double than me. I used to do 6. You're trying. And then what happened? It was Sunday feast one day, big feast, and one devotee, Samudra Sena, some of you will know, Samudra Sena Prabhu, who used to be here also in Vrindavan distributing prasadam to the one with the dark glasses. He used to drink 1 liter of Yamuna water every day. You can't do that. He's a special personality. So he fed us up with prasadam so much. You know when? 10:30 in the night. He told us, I have prasadam for you. I said, Prabhuji, it's too late. No way. He said, where is your faith? Prasadam. Prasadam. You know what is prasadam? So because he was senior, we were, okay. And he fed us up with gajar halwas and it all comes. Oh my goodness. In the morning we got from Mangarati. And I said, okay, during the japa, you're just circling around Tulsi quickly, just that you don't fall down, If I stop, I will just fall down asleep, from my feet straight, pluff. So we were just circling around Tulsi, and I was thinking, Krishna, after this, I will immediately go and sleep at least 3 hours I will go into Brahman, And at that very moment, as soon as we were thinking like this, there was 2 of us just here. The Daityari Prabhu, at that time the temple president, he came in, he saw us and he said, complete tamas. Take the first bus, you have 7:15, you have bus, go to Trikvenica with the magazines. And he said, okay, because you don't argue, it's okay. And I was thinking, Krishna, we will not even have a darshan. I was thinking after darshan and class I will go to sleep, at least for 3 hours, But we will not even have a darshan. 7:15 is our bus. We have to be on the stage. We have to finish our round, our mala, 1 mala where we started, and we had to run to the bus. And while we were running to the bus, Samudra Sena again gave us prasadam. Take this with you. So I was in the bus, I was like, oh my God. And then I saw this gajar halwa and I said, maybe this will help me, When the bus stopped after 45 minutes, I'm coming down from the Patala Loka, Krishna, I could not lift myself from the bus, And I came down, stepped down on the floor, on the ground, with magazines in my hand, and I thought, Krishna, I will just lie down on the ground right now. I was so. And then comes the impossible, the mercy, because we surrendered to the instruction. I saw the first table that I saw. I said, I no mind. I don't think, just approach the table, and don't think, I just approach the table. I thought maybe I will just go across the table. I just approached the table and offered the magazine, and they bought 2 magazines. Then I went to another table, and after that, I don't know what was happening. I know only that when the sun was setting, I had no magazines left. And my friend, he didn't get magazines, he had incense, and he also distributed a lot of these agarbatis, 100-something backpacks. And I distributed 53 magazines. 53 magazines, that never happened. I was 6, 7, 6, 10, maximum 10. This was when I came back, the T.R. Prabhu is looking at me and, where are the magazines? I said, gone. Where is the money? Money here. You did this all? He was like, wow. Why? We obeyed, we just surrendered. I would never do it to myself, never. It was such a torture. But I will never forget this, because in the end we were in such a bliss that we could not sleep anymore that night. We were, that is the transcendent, that is the nirguna, Nirguna happens daily to us, when we do our service. But it's you need to do something which is extraordinary, and it needs to come from the guru or from the authority, and this authority, you have to have faith also. If authority is one who likes to torture devotees, that's not good. You have to have faith, like a wonderful here the light of Krishna Balaram.
I torture people too.
That's necessary. But yeah, then we get the same thing which Srila Prabhupada did to these devotees. You get something which you think it's impossible, but you never forget this in your life. You do it once, and you will never forget it. Then we see, oh, it's possible. It's possible. So that's why we have our regular sadhana, which we follow, and then there are special, like when, for example, marathon, on some or let's say retreat, if you go to some retreat, you can, or when it's like Madhavatiti, Bhakti Janani, the mother of Bhakti, the days of Lord Madhava, Ekadashi, or festivals, Janmashtami. That's the days where you can forget the tomorrow. You can just say, this is my last day, and I'm giving myself completely to you, Krishna, today. No reserves, no reserves. These are like days when it is possible to do it. And extra mercy can come that you don't forget in all your life. And that's what we can. Even if it happened once, you got it. Doesn't need to happen twice. It happened once, you will have it forever with you. That is Nirguna. Lord Hari, Nirguna. Nirguna means out of material nature. It's just, Okay, we stop here now. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Gaur Premanandi.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.